Welcome to the Been There Doing That podcast. I'm Robert Scrivener.
And I'm Gayla Scrivener.
We left the 9-to-5 grind, downsized, and our goal is to have freedom to live and to work from just about anywhere.
Welcome to another episode of the Been There Doing That podcast.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's been a while
It
since I've seen you.
It has been a while. Almost a week.
Yeah.
I left you.
I found my wife was leaving me
Yes.
by text.
And I came back.
Then you sent, it's only for a couple days.
It was, how many days was it?
I don't
Tuesday through Saturday.
I dropped you off on Tuesday.
Yep. I went to Mississippi with my cousin, and she was visiting her brand new granddaughter. I didn't get to hold that little baby.
You went all the way down and didn't hold it.
Well, it's not my grandbaby.
Oh.
I let her hold her own grandbaby.
Well, yeah.
She
I
needed
figured
that.
I've been telling everybody you went down to Mississippi to hold a baby.
I watched her hold a baby.
Okay.
See, she has two older children, about our daughter's age, grown, and then with her new husband, I guess she's been married for several years.
As now, yeah.
About 6, maybe 7 years. And she has a 5-year-old, and I want to say a 3-year-old.
That's about right.
Yeah. And I helped corral her 2 younger kids because she was going to drive all by herself down there to Mississippi. And I was like, I could tag along, help you drive. But you know what?
You hadn't been to Mississippi in a while.
I hadn't. It's been
since last year.
Well, that's true. But I didn't do a lick of driving. I don't think she could have handled my driving.
Probably not.
Her pace is a lot different than our pace.
I heard it was go, go, go.
Her little son, it was so funny. She pulled out onto the road down there at the Gulf, and he was in the back seat saying, "Mom's hot rodding."
Was she squalling tires?
No, she just
got
revved
on
up. She just revved up the engine. Those kids were so good for as long as the drive was, about
12, 13, 14 hours?
Well, when we stopped to have lunch, we had a picnic lunch at a rest area. We stopped for bathroom breaks. But most of it was go, go, go.
Yeah.
She was excited to go see her son and his wife and their granddaughter, or not their granddaughter, her granddaughter. And those kids were just fantastic. But, oh my goodness, I don't see how she does it. I mean, she's not much younger than I am. I don't think I could have little ones nowadays.
No, me neither.
We left Friday evening because she wanted to spend the whole day with her son and granddaughter. And we ended up leaving later than we anticipated. But then we stopped in Jackson, Mississippi. I don't know, about 11 o'clock at night. And stayed there and then drove on in on a Saturday. And it was, like I said, she has a different pace than what I'm accustomed to. I don't think that she would have had much patience because we mosey.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We took the stop and smell the roses kind of literally, didn't we?
We did.
Slow down.
Slow down. But it reminds me when we used to take those weekend warrior type trips.
3-day trip. Let's go from Springfield, Missouri down to El Paso.
Was
same trip?
Same trip, Carlsbad Caverns.
El Paso.
To El Paso.
Back up through Lubbock.
And then to Lubbock. And that was a whirlwind trip. All we did was drive. And
another
quick.
one. Let's go from Springfield, Missouri down to Pensacola.
Yes.
And back up through Nashville.
I think that was just a 3-day weekend.
It was.
And it was a blur. And we got out for like 2 seconds, took a couple pictures, and
get back in.
Hustle. Yes. And we did take several pictures on those trips, but it was a blur. And I don't even know
we even spent 4 hours in New Orleans.
Walking around, yeah. Yeah. But
that's the longest I ever spent in New Orleans.
I don't think we slept much, but that's kind of what reminded me, because the first time that, when we in our RV went to Colorado, and I thought that we needed to be there at a certain time, which we kind of did, but we kind of didn't. And we had a flat tire and things were delayed.
Not going as planned.
I think that the RV was not overheating, but we needed to stop because it was kind of hot.
It was. It was summertime.
And I think it was that trip that I learned to slow down, that we will get there. And it's more about the journey.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But for my cousin, it was about the destination, because
she had a 3-day weekend or 4-day weekend, 5-day, 6-day, 7-day weekend.
She wanted to see that baby.
Muy pronto.
Yeah, and her son, and his wife. So it was a fantastic trip, and the Gulf was pretty, and
hot.
It was pretty hot.
Pretty hot. Humid.
Yes, and I learned a lot. She eats a lot healthier than we do.
Well, I like food.
I've learned a lot with her research that she's done and everything, and it was great to reconnect with her, because we don't get to visit very often. So having that, about 5 days with her was really great. I think that's the last time that we spent so much time together. We were kids.
Oh, so, yeah, time flies.
It does. It does. And what did you do while I was gone?
Oh, well, since I dropped you off Tuesday morning, I went up to the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, you had a gig.
I had a gig. I was on the radio that night.
And you texted me.
104.9.
And I got to listen to you.
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi.
From Missouri.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't. I just told everybody that you were on the radio.
Well,
but I was watching the baby at the time I was listening to you.
Rocking it to sleep.
No, I didn't touch the baby.
Okay. That's right. You didn't touch the baby. You don't touch the baby.
She was only a week old. She was cute.
Fragile. I wouldn't want to hold it either. So I went up there. I was on the radio.
How'd that go? From what I heard, it was pretty good.
It was all right.
Was it in a bar?
It was in a bar.
Uh-huh.
And it was it was live, not Memorex.
So it was like a radio remote?
Yes.
Okay.
Thing called Bangin' the Twang.
And is that a regular show?
It's starting to be a regular show. Local bands up there. Mm-hmm. Classic country-ish-esque, southern rock-ish. So, we'll see.
Will you be doing that again?
I don't know.
Well, I thought I overheard that they're doing it every Tuesday. But
I think it is, but I think it's different.
They rotate bands.
Rotate bands every Tuesday.
Was that
2, 3, 4 gigs?
Was that like a freebie gig?
Mm-hmm.
Or?
I got a T-shirt.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the T-shirt. That's why it's still in my guitar case.
Oh, okay.
I found it last night at my other gig.
Okay.
Yeah,
well.
And then Wednesday, it's been a blur.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I got tired of Springfield and went down to Hercules Glades. That was Wednesday.
Really?
I think so.
No, it was Thursday.
Never mind. Wednesday, I did nothing.
Because Wednesday I called you because I was getting kind of hungry. It was a work day and nothing was going.
You were hangry.
It was not going as I planned. Things just didn't.
I might have missed a day
smoothly
in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Wednesday, I guess I did nothing. Worked on podcast.
Oh.
That's what I did.
Good deal.
So Thursday.
You needed to get out of town.
I got out of town and went down Highway 125 out of Springfield, Sparta area, and ended up in Hercules Glades. Actually, more technically, I ended up on Glade Top Trail.
Is that part of Mark Twain National Forest?
It is.
We had stopped there because there's like what is that tower? It's a fire?
It's a fire watch tower.
Yeah. And so did you actually hiked on a trail?
No.
No?
No. It's an auto trail.
Oh.
Automotive. It's a scenic byway. First of its kind in Missouri.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I don't know when it was established. I think 89.
1989?
1989, it was declared a scenic byway.
So Missouri did not have scenic byways until 1989?
I think so. I could be wrong, and I've been wrong that one time before, but...
Just that one time.
Yeah. In 1961, they had a get-together for the fall foliage something or other, festival that they kind of
Well, I think it should be Fall Foliage Festival because I like alliteration.
Well, of course. But they had 77 cars that came down for that in 1961 in October.
Oh.
And throughout the month of October, I think there was 1,500 people that went through there.
Wow.
In 1961.
Wow.
Because that's when the road, I think, was put through.
Well,
but technically, I don't think it was a scenic byway until the late 80s.
Well,
but it was the first of the kind in Missouri. But there's hundreds of them across the United States.
Yeah.
And it's got, those little QR codes and mile marker posts and stuff. You can
at the scenic...
the scenic byway trail.
And that's the auto trail.
That's the Glade Top Auto Trail.
And so then they have those QR codes, and then you can... you do...
I did not. I did not have a QR code reader.
Oh, you didn't download... Did you...
But, here you go.
What?
Has LTE, 4G LTE, pretty much the whole trip.
Way.
Yeah, I was impressed.
No way. Did you say to me one time that that's the most remote place in Missouri?
Yes. According to some research, I was trying to figure out where the most remote place in Missouri was. And it's somewhere in that area.
Around Hercules Glades.
Around Hercules Glades, not the Glade Top Trail, but Hercules Glades area. Mark Twain National Forest wilderness. And according to the statistics that I found, anything to do with a man-made structure or a road. And the furthest you can get away from one in Missouri is down there, and it's roughly 2 to 2.2 miles.
Wow.
Away from any man-made structure or road.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to go and walk a trail down there.
We did with Tucker once.
Yeah, but
he was worn out.
He was. We need to do that again.
Yeah.
And
it's not that far down there.
And so you had LTE there?
I had 4G LTE.
All the way there? Or?
Not all the way there. There was places in between Oldfield and around Garrison.
Oh, okay.
Because the bridge was out at Swan Creek. Had to take a detour.
Oh, you did? We had flooding or what?
I don't know. I couldn't go.
Just couldn't go.
Had to take a detour. And then the detour had another detour because it was out there too. So I just followed signs.
Just followed signs you didn't know.
Yeah.
Were you going down there with the intentions on going on that auto trail?
Yes, I was.
Really?
Actually, I was test driving the Jeep some more.
And
it's still running good. No codes.
No codes at all?
That was 100 to 105 degree heat index that day.
Whew.
It was a warm one. But,
and it didn't act up at all?
It didn't act up at all.
Well, good. So we're trusting it to go out east.
I'm ready to go anytime.
This fall.
Of course, it may do something between now and then, but...
Well, don't jinx it.
I didn't. I'm just saying it might do something.
It might. But do you have anything else that you're supposed to do to it before we go on a big trip?
Change the oil, rotate the tires.
Okay.
Maybe alignment. I think I need to do alignment.
Are you going to do that yourself?
No, I thought about it, and I was like, it's just easier to have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Not worth the hassle for me.
Probably. Well, then.
Yes. Oh, I drove the whole thing, and it's roughly 23 miles.
Okay.
Of gravel. At my end of it, I don't know which end it was actually which way it starts and stops. But I met a guy from Springfield.
Oh, you did?
That was also out driving around aimlessly because he wanted to get out of the house because he had surgery.
Oh.
And his wife said, no, you better stay home. You need to. He's like, I got to do something. I just need to get out of the house. So he driving around aimlessly too.
Oh, well.
And he's some sort of Tacoma pickup.
Yeah. How old of a gentleman was he?
He was 38.
You asked him?
No, he told me.
Oh, okay.
His name's Bob, too. Starts with a B, ends with a B.
Okay.
Only one O, because put another one in there, it's not Bob.
No, it's not.
No. And he was a land surveyor. And he lived in Wyoming for several years, and I think Colorado for several years. And interesting conversation. We talked about an hour.
Wow.
I know. He had two, I think, what was it, boxers. One was a boxer, and the other one wasn't. Puppies with him, dogs.
Oh, he had dogs with him?
Yeah, they were well behaved.
Oh, well, good thing you didn't have our dogs with him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But it was interesting. Nice character. He was talking about out in California. Went on a big trip out there, and his rooftop tent got stolen.
What?
From a parking lot. Well, he went in and slept in a hotel that night and came out and his rooftop tent was gone.
Whoa.
Said all the stuff in the back, they could have grabbed and ran off with, and they unbolted that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to lock down our rooftop tent some more.
Lock it down.
Wow.
Just anything. Just easy to grab. Go grab it. So.
I can't believe.
Anti-theft,
Oh, can we put some electricity through that?
You could probably figure out something.
Yeah, we'd probably get sued because we shocked somebody that was trying to steal our stuff.
Our stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was one day. Got sprinkled on the way back. Seen country I haven't really seen before. That was a 155-mile round trip, I think, that day.
Did you take pictures?
I took some, and I did quite a bit of video.
Oh, so you're going to work up a video. We'll put it up on the website.
Still got to do that, though.
A few days later, after this publishes.
Yeah.
That's good. Good.
And let's see, Thursday.
That was Thursday.
I'm a day behind. I've lost
Friday.
a day. So Friday, I had to go find my credentials because I was administering a ham radio test on Saturday.
Oh.
And I could not find my.
Where'd you find those?
Credentials. They were in my ham backpack.
Well, it's a good thing they weren't in our portable office.
Because you had that.
I had that.
In Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't in Mississippi.
No.
So that was Friday. So I went to grab those up in north of Stockton. Called my mom on the way there, and she was 10 miles away from where I was going at up there, so we had lunch with her.
Oh, nice.
We, meaning me, myself, and I. And her sister was there, brother-in-law, and her sister from Kansas was there. So
nice.
It was kind of nice to see them. Only meant to be back by noon, and I didn't get back home till 5:30.
Oh.
But spent the whole day with Mom.
I think that's nice.
Didn't
you go to
antique flea markets and?
You got a couple of cool things.
Yeah.
For mountain manish stuff.
I found me a 3-pronged fork.
Yeah.
Been looking for one, and a mirror for starting fires. Yeah.
I thought that was to look at your beard.
So I could see what's on my face. And what else did I find? An overstitcher for leather.
You found some sort of knife.
And
a homemade knife?
A homemade knife. Yeah, it was kind of nice.
It looks nice.
And I think that's all I found on Friday. Saturday, worked on some more podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Had one muy pronto I had to get out.
Yeah, client work.
Yeah. Sometimes we got to go when they say go. And then had to go administer a testing session.
Yeah, I just rolled into town while you were doing that. And then you had to go and play music.
Afterward.
I didn't get to see you till 1
o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning.
So, I had a gig, and then that was it.
Yeah. And then what did we just get through doing?
Well, Sunday.
It was
is this Sunday?
It is.
Okay, it's Sunday.
We
went to a supermarket, and we had our cart full and everything, and the fire alarm went off, and everybody to the front now.
Yeah, they made us get out.
I was like, great. That's the first time we've been to that one. I was kind of looking forward to it.
It was a new one in town that's kind of healthy-ish, I guess.
Yeah. And so we didn't get to purchase. So we went to a different one.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've been eating all day.
And luckily we got out of there without a fire alarm going off, and been snacking all day.
We have been just kind of grazing.
While we were developing film for 7 hours.
We spent 7 hours developing 12 batches of film.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a while.
We got the chemicals. We got the chemicals from where?
Film Photography Project.
Yeah. We've gotten things from them before.
Several times.
We like to follow them.
Yeah.
And
the FPP.com, I believe it is.
It was kind of like Christmas today.
It was.
Because
we've seen images that we haven't seen in 2 years.
Well, we have never seen them because they hadn't been developed.
Exactly. I was there when he took the picture, or
yes.
I took the picture, but my goodness, it's been 2 years. On some of them. Some of them, recent as last month.
Yes.
Or month before.
But I think that we've had 3 Overland Expos?
Yes. 2016, 2017, and 2018. So I've got images from all three.
That we'd never seen before.
Yeah.
Now, they're developed and they're drying right now, and you'll cut them up and scan them, and we'll start posting those real soon.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I'm excited.
And that, I don't know how many exposures. There was one black and white. That was our second roll that we developed, and we were kind of disappointed because most of the roll was,
Yeah.
it was blank. It was like
3 images out of 12.
Yeah, but
that was daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
So can't win them all.
No, but luckily it was not the only pictures of her wedding.
No, that was only experimental.
Exactly. Looking back, I mean, goodness, if somebody shot film, which they did, professional photographers shot film all the time, and then developed their film for weddings and stuff like that.
That would be nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
This would be no hair up here on top. I'd be bald because I'd be pulling it out.
I think it's, we had a good time doing it, but it was like a sweatshop.
It was. I was sweating in there.
And we did 12 batches, and we pretty much exhausted our chemicals, and we needed to throw them out because that's about the limit before it gets kind of gunky.
Some say 8, some say as much as 22.
Really?
But towards the end there, it starts getting smoky and cloudy and stuff, not as much contrast.
Well, we ended up buying 3 batches or 3 packages of the chemicals. So the other 2, and the chemicals come in powder form, and we then add water. So we'll just hold those other ones back. And what we do is we shoot up several rolls of film so that we can use the chemicals all at once and do a long day of...
In the dark room.
Yeah, but it's the light room.
Yeah, it's dark bag.
Yeah, because we don't really need a dark room because we don't develop the images, or we don't print the images on photo paper.
Yeah, we scan them.
We just
digitize them.
Mm-hmm. So everything can be done in the dark bag, which that's my job, is to roll everything on those. Are those called spindles, or what are those called?
Spools.
Spools.
Reels.
Thank you.
Nah, spools.
Probably spools. And then I put them in the little canister, and then you take over with the chemicals. Oh, but it was kind of funny. Well, you figured out that Siri could set the timer.
Yeah, didn't need you no more.
Yeah, but she didn't listen to you as
when it was going off at the end. When the timer went off, you couldn't talk to her.
Well, sometimes she didn't listen to you to turn on the timer.
Yeah, well.
So you still need me.
Yeah, I still need you. Glad you're back. I missed you.
Aw, I missed you too. But we had a full week. And we traveled, but we were separated.
Yeah, but we're together now.
We're together again. Together.
Again.
Yeah, I can't sing. But I am proud of you.
What do I do now?
Well, you could do 2 things at once today.
Okay.
Yes.
I could listen to music and work in the light room, the dark room, the light dark room.
Exactly. You did get distracted.
I was working in my head, though.
You were distracted a little bit, but you could do the film at the same time, like
film and music.
I was proud of you.
Okay.
Yeah. I was slave driver.
You were, and the day ain't over yet. What are we doing now?
Oh, it's nap time.
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting ready for...
What are we getting ready for?
Well, we got a full week of work, and then we're
got
going...
a little trip next weekend.
Mm-hmm. Another weekend trip.
I don't have a gig next weekend. Hallelujah. I've been working like a dog.
But what is coming up that you're so excited about?
We got a ham fest.
Yes.
We can ham evangelist it up.
Yes.
And where we're headed to, surprise, also a 3-story antique flea market there, too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know that's where we found our camping nested pots.
Yeah, we might have to get another one.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a backup.
It's a flea market. I don't know if they'd have the same type of stuff.
Yeah, they don't stock those in flea markets.
Yeah, we'll talk about the flea market in next week's podcast.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Because
we need to pack a lunch when we go there because it's long.
It's huge.
It's huge.
I don't know what kind of factory it used to be, but my gosh.
And the places to eat downtown is pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll take some pictures, maybe some movies. You're getting into video a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know, it happens.
Are you enjoying that?
Well, you know, it happens.
You said that you even spoke in
we'll see if that ends up on the video or not.
Okay.
That might get cut in the final cut.
Well, maybe someday we will narrate, but
I don't feel like it.
Get used to it.
You can overdub it.
I can overdub it?
Yeah, you got such a wonderful voice.
Really?
Yes.
It's all in the way I ask you to do things.
Exactly. See?
You'll do most anything just in the way I ask.
Yeah. Please?
Please.
Okay.
Well, let's wrap it up, Robert.
Why don't you wrap it up, Gayla?
Why do you do this to me every time?
That's the way you said it.
Oh.
Where can they find us at? I'll help you out.
At beenthere.doingthat.com, and they can email us at podcast@beenthere.doingthat.com. And follow Robert on Instagram
at
beenthere.doingthat.com. I don't know. There's no .com on the Instagram.
I'm still learning it.
And then Facebook is everything is through Been There Doing That.
And I believe YouTube is now changed to Been There Doing That.
Yeah.
For those that want to check out the YouTube channel.
You would like some subscribers.
Yeah, I'm trying to reach 1,000 minimum.
Really?
I think I'm at 33.
I think you got a little bit to go.
I got an uphill challenge going.
So tell your friends.
Yeah, subscribe, like, share.
Well, if you like our podcast, the silliness that we have, then please subscribe.
There's not so much silliness on YouTube. It's kind of serious.
Well, you have...
But it could be silly. I don't...
Artsy and maybe a little bit of the other.
Yeah, that one too.
Well, we are glad that you joined us today. And until next time...
What's your top knot?